Alright folks, grab a seat. Let's talk about something sneaky, something millions of people deal with often without even knowing it: high blood pressure. You've probably heard it called the silent killer, right? That's because it creeps up quietly, putting extra strain on your heart and arteries, and if it sticks around too long, it can lead to really scary stuff like heart attacks, strokes, or kidney problems. It's a big deal. Now, you might be taking medication for it, or maybe your doctor is telling you to watch your salt and exercise more. But what if I told you there's a little powerhouse sitting right in your kitchen, something you probably use to add flavor to your pasta sauce or stir fry, that science shows can actually help nudge those stubborn numbers down? I'm talking about garlic. That pungent, sometimes tear-inducing bulb is more than just a flavor booster. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine, and modern research is backing up its potential as a helper in the battle against high blood pressure. Let's peel back the layers, pun intended, and understand exactly how garlic does this, keeping things simple and relatable. First off, picture your blood vessels, arteries and veins, like a network of flexible pipes or hoses. Blood is constantly flowing through them, pushed by your heart. Blood pressure is simply the force of that blood pushing against the walls of those pipes. It's normal for it to go up and down throughout the day, like when you run for the bus or get startled. But high blood pressure, or hypertension, means that force is constantly too high, even when you're relaxing. It's like your heart is pumping too hard, or those pipes have gotten narrower or stiffer, forcing the pressure to build up. Over time, that constant high pressure damages the delicate lining of your arteries, making them less flexible and more prone to gunk building up. That's plaque, which makes the problem even worse. It's a vicious cycle. So, the goal is to relax those pipes, make them wider, that's called vasodilation, reduce the stickiness in your blood, and generally make it easier for blood to flow smoothly without your heart having to work overtime. This is where garlic steps onto the scene. Garlic isn't just one thing. It's a complex little bulb packed with a whole bunch of natural chemicals. The real star of the show when it comes to blood pressure, and many other health benefits, is a compound called allicin. Here's the cool part: raw, whole garlic cloves don't actually contain allicin. They contain something called allicin, which is harmless and odorless, stored safely in little compartments inside the clove. When you chop, crush, chew, or even just bruise that garlic clove, you break those compartments open. This lets allicin mix with an enzyme called alliinase. When these two meet, bam! A chemical reaction happens, and allicin gets transformed into allicin. This is the stuff that gives garlic its strong smell and taste, and crucially, this is the compound responsible for most of garlic's powerful biological effects, including its impact on blood pressure. It's like cracking open a glow stick. The reaction only starts when you break the barrier inside. So, how you prepare your garlic really matters. Crushing or chopping it finely and letting it sit for about 10 minutes before cooking or eating it raw gives allicin time to form properly. If you just toss a whole clove into a pot, you won't get much benefit. So, how does this pungent allicin actually help lower blood pressure? Scientists believe it works through several clever pathways inside your body, kind of like a multi-tool tackling the problem from different angles. One of the most important ways is by helping your blood vessels relax and widen. Remember we talked about vasodilation? Think of the walls of your arteries having tiny muscles wrapped around them. When these muscles tighten, the pipe gets narrower, pressure goes up. When they relax, the pipe widens, pressure goes down. Garlic, particularly the compounds derived from allicin, seems to boost the production of special signaling molecules inside the lining of your blood vessels. One key player is a gas called nitric oxide, NO. You can think of nitric oxide as the body's natural relaxing messenger for blood vessels. When garlic stimulates more nitric oxide production, it's like sending out a strong signal telling those little muscles around the arteries, "Hey guys, chill out, loosen up." The muscles relax, the artery expands, and blood flows more easily with less resistance, leading to lower pressure. It's similar to how some prescription blood pressure medications work, but garlic does it naturally, gently nudging your own body's systems. Another big player in high blood pressure is something called the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, RAS. That's a mouthful, but stick with me. Think of this system like a complex alarm system in your body designed to regulate fluid balance and blood pressure, especially if it thinks your blood pressure is too low, like after an injury. When activated, it causes your blood vessels to constrict, tighten, and tells your kidneys to hold on to more salt and water. More fluid in your pipes plus tighter pipes equals higher pressure. Some of the most common blood pressure medications, like ACE inhibitors or ARBs, work by blocking parts of this RAS system. Guess what? Garlic appears to have a mild ACE inhibiting effect. ACE stands for angiotensin-converting enzyme. This enzyme is crucial for producing a substance called angiotensin II, which is a major vasoconstrictor. It tells blood vessels to tighten up. Garlic compounds seem to gently interfere with this enzyme, meaning less angiotensin II gets made. Less of this tightening signal means your blood vessels can stay a bit more relaxed, contributing to lower pressure. It's like garlic quietly turns down the volume on that constrict now. Alarm signal. Then there's the issue of oxidative stress and inflammation. These are like background troublemakers contributing to many chronic diseases, including high blood pressure. Oxidative stress happens when there's an imbalance between harmful molecules called free radicals and your body's protective antioxidants. Free radicals are unstable molecules produced naturally during metabolism, but also boosted by things like pollution, smoking, and unhealthy diets. They bounce around damaging cells, including the delicate cells lining your blood vessels. This damage makes the vessels stiffer, less able to relax, and more prone to inflammation and plaque buildup. Inflammation is your body's response to injury or damage. It's meant to be short-term, but chronic inflammation in the artery walls contributes to hardening and narrowing. Garlic is loaded with potent antioxidants, including compounds derived from allicin and others like selenium. These antioxidants act like little bodyguards, neutralizing free radicals before they can cause too much damage. By reducing oxidative stress and calming inflammation in the blood vessel walls, garlic helps protect them, keeping them healthier, more flexible, and better able to dilate when needed. It's like giving your arteries a protective shield and some soothing lotion against everyday wear and tear. Garlic might also give your blood a helping hand. Sometimes, high blood pressure can be influenced by how easily your blood flows. If your blood is a bit too sticky, meaning the platelets, tiny blood cells involved in clotting, are overly eager to clump together, it can make the blood thicker and harder to pump, contributing to pressure. Garlic has mild antiplatelet effects. This doesn't mean it thins your blood like powerful prescription drugs, warfarin, but it does seem to make platelets a little less sticky, reducing their tendency to clump unnecessarily. This improved blood fluidity can help it flow more smoothly through your vessels, putting less strain on your heart and contributing to lower pressure. Think of it like adding a tiny drop of lubricant to the system, helping everything move with less friction. Additionally, Some studies suggest garlic might have a small positive effect on cholesterol levels, particularly helping to lower the bad LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, while potentially raising the good HDL cholesterol a bit. While the direct impact on blood pressure from this might be smaller than the vasodilation effects, improving your overall cholesterol profile is definitely good news for your heart and arteries in the long run, creating a healthier environment where high blood pressure is less likely to take hold or worsen. Okay, so the science sounds promising, but what does this actually look like in real life? How much garlic are we talking about, and how should you use it? This is where things get practical, and honestly, a little tricky. Most of the solid research showing significant blood pressure benefits uses standardized garlic supplements, usually aged garlic extract, AGE, or garlic powder tablets with a guaranteed amount of allicin potential, like allicin yield or allicin releasing potential. These supplements provide a consistent, concentrated dose without the strong smell and taste, especially aged garlic extract. Studies often use doses equivalent to about 600 to 1,200 milligrams of garlic powder per day, or a couple of cloves worth of allicin. This consistency is key for researchers to measure effects. Now, does this mean eating fresh garlic is useless? Absolutely not. Fresh garlic does contain the beneficial compounds. The problem is that the amount of active allicin you get from eating fresh garlic can vary hugely depending on the garlic itself, how fresh it is, how it was grown, how you prepare it. Crushing and letting it sit is crucial. How much you cook it. High heat destroys allicin fairly quickly, and how much you actually consume daily. Eating 1 clove minced raw in a salad is great, but it might not deliver the same consistent dose as a supplement studied over months. So, what can you do? If you enjoy garlic, definitely keep using it liberally in your cooking. Embrace the flavor. Crush or mince your garlic cloves first, and let them sit exposed to air for about 10 minutes before adding them to your dish. This allows that crucial allicin to allicin conversion to happen. When cooking, add it towards the end of the cooking process if possible, rather than frying it intensely right at the start. This helps preserve more of the heat-sensitive allicin. Think sauces, dressings, dips, like hummus or tzatziki, or sprinkling minced raw garlic on top of cooked dishes like soups, stews, or roasted vegetables. Eating it raw gives you the most potent hit, but it's also the strongest flavor. If you're considering garlic specifically for blood pressure management, and especially if your numbers are significantly high, talk to your doctor about adding a standardized supplement. It's a way to get a reliable dose consistently. Never replace prescribed blood pressure medication with garlic without your doctor's explicit guidance. Garlic is best seen as a complementary approach, something you use alongside lifestyle changes, healthy diet, exercise, stress management, limiting salt and alcohol, and any medications your doctor prescribes. It's part of the toolbox, not the only tool. Speaking of talking to your doctor, this is super important. Garlic is generally safe for most people when used in food amounts. However, like any potent natural substance, it can have side effects and interactions. The most common side effects are digestive upset, heartburn, gas, bloating, especially with raw garlic, and, of course, garlic breath and body odor. More seriously, because of its mild blood-thinning, antiplatelet effects, garlic can potentially increase the risk of bleeding, especially if you are already taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Coumadin, clopidogrel, Plavix, aspirin, or even certain supplements like high-dose fish oil or ginkgo biloba. It's crucial to tell your doctor if you are taking or planning to take significant amounts of garlic, especially supplements, if you are on such medications or have a bleeding disorder. Garlic might also interact with some medications for HIV/AIDS and possibly some types of birth control. People scheduled for surgery are usually advised to stop taking garlic supplements at least a week or two beforehand due to the bleeding risk. Also, some people are genuinely allergic to garlic. So, while it's a common food, treating it as a health supplement warrants a conversation with your healthcare provider, especially if you have existing health conditions or take other medications. Let's talk results. What can you realistically expect? Research suggests that for people with high blood pressure, consistent use of garlic supplements, like aged garlic extract or standardized powder, can lead to an average reduction in systolic blood pressure, the top number, by about 7 to 9 millimeters of mercury, and diastolic pressure, the bottom number, by about 4 to 6 millimeters of mercury. To put that in perspective, that's similar to the effect of some mild prescription blood pressure medications. A reduction of just 5 millimeters of mercury in systolic pressure can lower your risk of stroke by about 14% and heart disease by about 9%. That's significant. However, it's important to manage expectations. Garlic isn't a magic bullet. It usually takes several weeks, 4 to 12 weeks or more, of consistent use to see these effects. The reduction tends to be more noticeable in people who already have high blood pressure compared to those with normal pressure. And remember, individual responses vary. Some people might see a better drop, others less. It works best as part of a holistic approach. Don't expect garlic alone to fix high blood pressure if you're still eating a diet high in processed foods and salt, not moving your body, and constantly stressed. It's a helper, not a solo cure. Think of garlic as a friend to your cardiovascular system. By helping your arteries relax and widen through boosting nitric oxide, by gently putting the brakes on that blood pressure-raising RAS system, by fighting off the damaging free radicals and calming inflammation in your vessel walls, and by making your blood flow a little smoother, it tackles high blood pressure from multiple angles. It's a testament to the power of plants. Sometimes the most potent medicines are hiding in plain sight in our kitchens, used for generations before science could explain exactly why they worked. So, the next time you chop up a clove of garlic, appreciate it for more than just its flavor. You're harnessing a tiny bit of natural power that could be giving your heart and blood vessels a little extra support. Crush it, let it sit, add it to your food, enjoy it. And if you're dealing with high blood pressure, have that chat with your doctor about whether adding a reliable garlic supplement to your routine, alongside your other healthy habits and any prescribed meds, could be a beneficial step. It's about stacking the deck in your favor, using every safe and effective tool available, and garlic has certainly earned its place in that lineup as a natural ally for healthier blood pressure. Just remember, consistency and communication with your healthcare team are key.